Hey, how's it going, everybody, and welcome back into the SFS channel. My name's Gavin, and today we're going to be diving into another best ball draft on Underdog Fantasy. If you guys are new around here or haven't checked this content out before, it's a 12-team half PPR mock draft where we're going to be diving in, selecting my favorite players on the board, and walking through each pick that I make, as well as how things play out in today's draft. If you would like to join me for one of these videos in the future or draft playing the league with me this season, head over to Underdog Fantasy. You see the code up on your screen. SFS is going to get you access to a free draft guide on sizzlefantasy.com for this season. If you're looking for one of those, we've got redraft and dynasty content that's umbrellaed under one big guide. It's just $5 a month, or again, if you're a new user on Underdog Fantasy, go sign up, promo code SFS. They're going to double your money up to $100, so they will give you $100 absolutely free when you deposit. And again, you're going to get the draft guides on sizzlefantasy.com with my must-own players in rounds 1 through 20, my sleepers, my busts, my big board, and positional rankings for redraft and dynasty, exclusive articles. Eventually, we'll be putting in videos and stuff for there and whatnot. But for now, we're just working on cranking out new player profiles every week and diving in depth into each player's position. My top 300 players on the board will have a player profile with specific analysis on situation, player strengths and weaknesses, trade value, injury history, all kinds of great stuff on there. Again, sizzlefantasy.com or code SFS on Underdog Fantasy. One more thing I want to let you guys know about is in the description of today's video. You guys can join SFS Weekly, which is my exclusive article drops every single week. I put out one article per week directly into your email inbox. All I need is your email address. You don't have to set up a username or password. Again, it's totally free as well. And you're going to get one exclusive content drop along with any deals or potential coupons I have for my store or sizzlefantasy.com throughout the season. I promise you guys I will not spam you. If you ask anyone who's been on this list so far, it's one drop per week at max 2, which we haven't done once yet. I've dropped my top 10 secrets for 2022 fantasy football and my top 10 wide receiver and quarterback stacks for this season. This week's episode is going to be the quarterback and tight end stacks for this year. So if that stuff sounds interesting to you, description of today's video, SFS Weekly. It's on a platform called Substack. Go check it out. All right, friends, here we go. So today we are the 11th overall draft position. This is actually our first repeat in a video here on the channel. I do have a drafts playlist here on Underdog, so go check that out for a bunch of other draft positions that we've done so far this offseason. By far, the last draft I did with you guys was my absolute favorite. Before we dive into the draft here, we're getting kicked off in about 15 seconds here. I have some really sad news to share with you guys. Rob Gronkowski, literally like 2 minutes ago, announced his retirement, or via Jordan Schultz, who I believe is an ESPN reporter. So Gronk is retiring. Keep your eye out for him in today's video. I bet he's going to get drafted still because the chances are out of the 11 or 12 people in today's draft, he is going to be a part of one of those teams. So, or someone will have not seen the news. So that's basically, I don't mean to pat myself on the back, but I haven't drafted a single share of him in best ball this year simply because I was so concerned about the idea of retirement. And it ended up coming to fruition here. I do feel really great about myself because I did, in my biggest dynasty draft, select Otten, one of their rookie tight ends for this season. I really, really like his tape at Washington. Cam Braid is definitely the starter day one here, but I think eventually you could see Otten thrive in that tight end one role for the team. So a big loss for Brady. Obviously, congrats on a heck of a career to Gronk, multi-time Super Bowl champion, one of the most fun personalities in the National Football League. So it stinks that he is gone, but did want to address that as we started off today's video. Maybe I'll put him on the thumbnail. Actually, the thumbnail's already made. So tribute to Gronk, though. A great player, a great source of entertainment. Yo soy fiesta, if you know what I mean. One of his most famous one-liners from an interview. So very sad to see. I just about to say. I almost said just now. I'm very sad to see Gronk passed away, and that is definitely not what happened. He is retired. He is about to go live it up and party for the rest of his days here on Earth, and I would be absolutely shocked to see him come out of retirement for a second time. So keep your eye on Gronk. I'll be definitely pointing it out when he gets drafted in today's video. I just, again, of 12 people, someone is not going to have seen the news because it literally happened 2 minutes before today's episode dropped. So very standard start to the board today. We've got Jamar Chase as the first receiver off the board, though, which is a bit interesting. Super high upside there, of course. We did do our Jamar Chase versus Justin Jefferson deep dive breakdown in an ADP battle last week. Just yesterday, we dropped our CMC versus Jonathan Taylor ADP battle, so go check those 2 videos out. Super good in-depth stuff, and I had a ton of fun diving into that content. So what I hope happens here is Joe Mixon falls to us at the 11th pick, and then I could go back-to-back and do the exact same thing I did to start last video and get DeAndre Swift, who is actually ranked higher than Joe Mixon on my season-long board, as my RB5. Call me crazy if you're new around here. The upside that he has in his skill set as a playmaker, catching the football out of the backfield, is elite, and you cannot convince me otherwise. I could not envision. This is exactly how we started last video, so you're seeing some deja vu here. Oh, no. My man, Kion. Bro, you did me dirty. All right. It's time to pivot. I do love me some Travis Kelce, but there's a whole lot of later round guys that I do love at that spot. I'm going to go dive in the deep end here with CeeDee Lamb. I have not gotten a share of him yet this season. It's a very high draft pick to be doing so. We are going over him, over the head of Devontae Adams there, who actually continues to fall here. The reason I didn't want to pick Devontae Adams there is because I think that CeeDee Lamb has yet to hit his fantasy peak, and I think this season he absolutely has the case and potential to become his best self. There's absolutely 150 plus targets of volume to be had in that offense. You're talking about losing 103 targets just from Amari Cooper departing from the situation. So I am heartbroken that DeAndre Swift did not fall to me there. I played the board last time. I went about my business as such, and it worked out, and we got Swift and Mixon. Today we try it again. Simply the reason I take Joe Mixon here is because I love tying myself to the Bengals offense, and ADP hasn't placed higher. So more often than not, that's the name of the game here with Underdog Best Ball Drafts, is you're going to see guys picking their players because there's money on the line here. They're skinning the game, and that's what's so great about this platform and why I love it so much. So again, promo code SFS will get you my draft guide totally free. If you like some of the stuff I'm talking through today, go check that out. Again, code SFS for double your money in a free draft guide. And I would love to play in leagues with each and every single one of you guys this year watching this video. If you got Underdog, we'll be putting out invite links to community drafts in the community Discord server on my email list, SFS Weekly. Again, that's where you're going to get the hot drop for an exclusive article every week. We've got a lot of exciting stuff coming your way this offseason, so I want you guys to take advantage of it. And I'm trying to make it as accessible as possible to all of you guys. So go sign up for that free stuff. Get yourself access to a draft guide for free and play some leagues with me this year on Underdog. If you've already got an account, obviously, you're still welcome to play. Join the community Discord and join up those drafts. We're working on filling one out right now. That's pinned in the comment section of some other videos up on the channel. So I will actually, we're 13 picks away. I apologize. I'm still getting into a groove here with the difference between a traditional board versus the way that Underdog presents themselves. I do really like the way they do it. I like the kind of scrolling meter at the top here, but I know for those of you watching at home, you love to see the big board on the screen as well, which I'm sure I'm blocking a nice healthy chunk of as well, so I apologize about that. But here's the draft board for you guys. Take a look at what's going on. Our draft strategy has to pivot for today just because of how things didn't quite play out perfectly. I'm not going to complain too much. I still think at the end of the day, I'm very happy. I think I got a wide receiver one stud in CeeDee Lamb there. And I also think that Joe Mixon is a very, very good RB1 to have for this team. I'd actually prefer him over Dalvin Cook, who went one pick earlier. I just think that Joe Mixon's a certified workhorse for Cincinnati. It was a very balanced offense. They were just 16th in passing plays per game last year, which shows their commitment to running the football as a high-producing offensive team. And Joe Mixon saw the 5th most red zone carries, or touches rather, in the National Football League last year, which again, when you're moving the ball downfield, you're going to have more opportunities to score and get in scoring territory. And when you're a 3-down back that has that skill set, you're going to get some very valuable touches, which is what comes alongside playing in an offense led by Joe Burrow. So, high marks there. CeeDee Lamb, you give me a talented guy who has the chance to be a wide receiver 1 overall. Technically, I haven't been talking about him this way this year, but he really does have wide receiver 1 overall upside. If you think about it, the team was 4th in passing plays per game last year. I assume they're going to have more negative game scripts. I just don't think they'll take away the football at the rate they did last year. Passing from behind late in games, again, targets opened up in the offense with the departure of Amari Cooper. We're getting a few picks away here, so I'm going to have to toggle back to the screen here. I would love a Kyle Pitts. I wouldn't mind a Michael Pittman at this spot either. Man, you're really starting to play a dangerous game with me here. If I have to reach down to get Travis Etienne with this pick, I wouldn't. I'm not going to say I won't do it, because I actually might in this format, because I missed on my second running back, and I really want a guy with very high PPR upside. This is a half PPR league, but I'm as big of a Travis Etienne fan as it gets. So Kyle Pitts and Etienne are our guys, and it's looking like we're going to go Etienne here. Not too interested in Jalen Waddle right now. I have my bones about DJ Moore, who, if he's there at the 4-2, I'm not going to pass on him. The moral of the story here is I am not letting Keon or Kion snipe me from my running back here. I know there will be a receiver I like, whether it's Jerry Jeudy down here, Deontay Johnson, or maybe even Hollywood Brown. But I am going to take advantage of this draft spot here. I'm going to pick Travis Etienne, a solid 5 picks above his ADP, but for me, it's worth it. Getting such a versatile and dynamic skill set with upside. The name of the game in best ball is drafting upside. You are looking for players that the computer will put forth your best lineup every week. It really... All right, so what are we looking at here? Okay, we're on the clock. I just don't want to waste a bunch of time here and get auto-picked, because that was definitely something in the early stages of our best ball career this season that we had to deal with a lot. I'm higher on Jerry Jeudy than I am on Courtland Sutton. I'm sorry. I'm going to, take the dive there. We're going off the deep end. I think it's a fine start with the first 4 picks here. We actually do have some conflicting bye weeks, but that's fine. At the end of the day, I was going to have either Sutton and Etienne gone, Sutton and Lamb gone, or if I drafted Jalen Waddle, him and Etienne were going to be conflicting. So the good news is we're going to be drafting enough wide receivers that it'll be just fine at the end of the day, and we'll have plenty of options. And weeks 9, 10, 11 could be a little bit rough with our first 4 picks all being gone there, but that's just how things go. We will have to, obviously take a look at that and be very mindful and cautious of that as we make our way through today's draft. But basically what I was getting at here is the name of the game in best ball is upside. Basically what's going to happen is the computer is going to put forth, I'll put the big board up for you guys to take a peek at here. Basically what's going to happen is every single week the computer is going to put forth your best lineup. So your highest scorers at each position, for those of you who are new around here, I'll pop this up for just a second. Bear with me, those of you who've been here before. So you're starting every week a quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 wideouts, a tight end, a flex, and then you've got your 10 bench players. So 10 guys in your lineup are not going to see the team every single week. What that means is that the highest scoring producer at each spot is going to get bumped forward into your lineup. So you don't have to set your lineup. There's no trades, no waiver wire, none of that stuff, no transactions. It's purely draft-based fantasy football, and to me, that's the beauty of it. I think that for players who love the draft aspect of fantasy, it doesn't get better than Underdog, because let's face it, managing your fantasy team is a never-ending process until the year's over. That's one of the things I wrote about in my 10 secrets to dominate your league. Again, SFS Weekly, link in the description. One of the things I talked about there is that you can never get comfortable. You can never get complacent. You cannot ever stop building your roster in a season-long fantasy league. On Underdog, all that headache is gone. All you got to do is draft your favorite players, bet on the guys that you think will succeed this year, and draft upside, baby. Sometimes consistency doesn't matter. Look at Mike Williams here at the 3-5. He is, I would argue, why are you drafting Keenan Allen above Mike Williams? Because Mike Williams' ceiling is like 50 to 60% better than Keenan Allen's. I mean, the games this dude was having last year tied to Justin Herbert were freakish. Unseen, never before. I mean, not ever in fantasy, but for this Chargers offense and in Mike Williams' respective career, because Tyrod Taylor wasn't doing that for the, game and a half that he started. Phil Rivers wasn't doing that very much with Mike Dubb. the combination and connection between Herbo and Mike Williams is insane. So check out Stack Out in best ball if you want. It actually might be a bit tough because I don't know how good the value is here. I think in best ball, if you want to have the balls to go Justin Herbert and Mike Williams round 3 and 4, you better have 2 RBs in rounds 1 and 2. But on the weeks Mike hits, is great. When he doesn't, he's not in your lineup and someone else goes in there. So there is really intricate and interesting ways and strategies to build teams in best ball that is really fascinating to me. As I continue to ramp up content, as YouTube traffic continues to grow, and if you guys love this content, please give it a like, subscribe, comment any questions that you have, interact with the YouTube page as much as possible. I want to be a resource for you guys and help you win your leagues this year, draft the best teams possible. As the YouTube traffic ranks up and, or not ranks up, but as we get closer to the season, more people are searching for fantasy football. My views go up. It happened last year. It happened the year before. The closer we get, the more people are looking for content, advice. Help them find the channel here, you guys. The more interaction we get with these videos, the more high on my priority list they will be, and the more frequently I will post them. I don't have a problem doing these 5 days a week. If you guys love the content and want to see it, show me and let me know by, again, leaving a like, subscribing, commenting. Any suggestions you have are always welcome as well. And we're always looking to do things better here than we did the video before. It's a constantly improving process. We're never satisfied with the product here. We're always getting better. So let us know how we can improve. Let us know what you want to see more of. Any video suggestions for that matter. And here we go at the 5-11 draft pick. So I would love me some Darnell Mooney right here, baby. I mean, I don't know about you, but as a wide receiver 3, Week 14 bye, it's unique to the team. I wouldn't be mad at Juju either, but I think Darnell Mooney is going to see some ridiculous, redonkulous target volume on this team. And let's take a look here. It looks like we're going to get Darnell Mooney. I am absolutely A-okay with that for this draft pick. So I am not a huge Gabe Davis guy right now. I just think that he's going to have to see a lot more. His efficiency was nuts. He ended the year great. He's in an awesome offense. But what is his volume ceiling for this team? Oops, I turned off my studio light there. Let's get that back on. And what exactly can we expect, again, on a consistent basis? We are now back up. I would have loved Juju Smith-Schuster there. I might go Jalen Hurts here. Let's just peek at the rest of the board. Not really feeling too inclined to go with the running back, at least not with the names we have available. I think I could suck it up and wait another round. I think I need an edge on this team, if you know what I mean. And frankly, we're just running out of time. I'm a huge Jalen Hurts advocator this year. I'm taking him over Kyler Murray more and more frequently. I just think that his rushing upside and the little smidget of added efficiency and passing output gives him QB1 overall potential. So I think there's a lot of upside there and reason to be excited about him for this fantasy season. Working with Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, and Jalen Reagor last year, it wasn't a perfect situation. So at the end of the day, I think that when you look at Murray fading down the stretch the last couple of seasons, I apologize, you guys. I had an important text I had to get back to there. When you look at Kyler Murray's injuries and getting kind of dinged up, having to, we've seen his production and points fade down the stretch of the year. That's something that worries me. And I think that Hurts doesn't have as many red flags for me, although, injuries aren't something I like to project. I think Kyler Murray absolutely has QB1 upside himself if he were to play all the games and be healthy for all the contests. It's really when, he'll play through the injury. He will grit it out and play dang good football. But at the end of the day, it really depends on his health in terms of season-long ability. So I'm going to keep a close eye here on the running back position. That is one spot I faded, but would really like to come back and address here either once, maybe twice with the 83rd and 86th pick. Ken Walker is someone I've got my eye on here at this spot on the board. And we'll see, again, who else falls there. I don't expect A.J. Dillon to hang out for us that long. We're getting close to Gronk territory. What does he go, 11th round, I want to say? So we're still a good 4 or 5 rounds away, but is something, again, I've been keeping my eye on. Receiver is something that I definitely could have dabbled in there. Let's check out who's still on the board for us here. I love Treylon Burks. I think Brandon Ayuk's got a lot of sneaky ceiling with Trey Lance there. I think that, Christian Kirk could see a monstrous amount of target share in that Jags offense. Of course, Allen Lazard, and down here a little further, Christian Watson. His ADP is actually not as high as I expected it to be, but I continue to smash the draft button on him. I don't see why so many people... Devontae Smith's an awesome player, but I think he's being a bit overdrafted in terms of and as it relates to his situation. He's a better value than A.J. Brown, don't get me wrong there, but not someone that I'm finding myself getting super excited about on a week-to-week basis when I do these videos. Again, if you guys like this content and want to see more of it, I will make as many of these videos as I possibly can for you guys, in addition to our other daily fantasy content, not DFS, but our daily videos here. I will be posting some DFS stuff for Underdog, obviously, throughout the season, but the more love you guys show me, the more interaction we get with these videos, the more I'm able to do this stuff for you guys and prioritize it. So let me know, you guys. I love making these videos. Back to the big board here. Let's take a peek. I keep scrolling too far. D-Hop just went off the board. CEH, a guy who I was pretty much in love with in his 8th round ADP. Then he saw his ADP see a little spike. I think the community kind of got whiff of all the targets that were vacated there, in which I kind of stopped drafting him. If the guy's draft price increases by 8 to 10 picks, he becomes a lot less advantageous on draft boards. And then the real dagger of them all is Jerick McKinnon resigns with Kansas City, which introduces more passing game competition. And now, I would love me a Treylon Burks. Did Ken Walker go off the board? He did not. Miles Sanders is another really, really sneaky upside pick to have here. Give me 2 Eagles. I want to look at something really quick. Roster building theoretical analysis. He's only got 2 running backs, so he is definitely not immune to drafting. All right, here's the thing. All right, so we've got 11. Ken Walker is actually a little bit conflictual here, as much as I would like him on this team. Man, it's going to take... All right. Big balls moves here. Sanders doesn't have the conflicting bye week. I'm going to draft Treylon Burks because this is the guy I want at this spot. We got to do it. Week 6 bye. He has 2 running backs. I wouldn't be shocked to see him rate Walker or Pollard higher and draft one of those 2 players if he chooses to go at the running back spot. I really want Miles Sanders. Again, I love Kenneth Walker, but I did not realize when I said this earlier, the conflicting bye week situation we have here. Now, the efficiency is great for Miles Sanders. The rushing volume in that offense is fantastic, and he had 0 rushing touchdowns last year. There is so much opportunity for growth and value here, and did the freaking auto pick. He didn't make his pick, and just like that, we're heartbroken. That's how it works here. That's how it works on Underdog. That's how it works in your fantasy leagues. Sniped by the computer, and there he goes. He drafts Tony Pollard. Come on, man. All right. I hate to do it, and it's going to make Week 11 miserable, but I have to address running back. If not for Week 11, for the rest of the fantasy season. I think Walker has phenomenal upside. That team was 32nd in pass plays per game last year with Russell mother effing Wilson on the team. I got to do it, you guys. It's not the for Week 11. It really sucks because we currently only have 1 running back on the roster that is capable of scoring points for that week. But I think as a collective team, if we can just get this team into the playoffs, we're looking golden, baby. I mean, I love the situation and what we're looking at here. We're gonna need some big time performances from our boys at the receiver spot to carry us through the fire that week. But I was really hoping for Miles Sanders there. I wanted to get me a share of him in that 8th round. But Keon, I don't know how to say it. He's really gotten the better of us, sniping over and over again. Every dog has his day, and today, Keon, it's his day. He's dominating us today. Whether intentionally or unintentionally, at least based off of the strategy that I'm trying to implement today, he has gotten me at least, 2 or 3 times now. We need to have if someone is watching at this point in the video and wants to take the initiative to do this, major props to you. I will maybe even pin your comment. Let's keep tally here of the score between myself and Kian sniping me down there. So we're still a good ways away. Love these picks here. Trey Lance, whole lot of upside, baby, for a best ball draft at the QB spot. His rushing upside, it's great. Matt Stafford at the 8-8, love that value too. Give me some more. Christian Kirk at the 8-4, love that pick there. 8th round is really juicy territory. So is, let's go here. 5th round is pretty dang good with Amon-Ra St. Brown, Darnell Mooney, Chris Godwin, such a value pick there. I don't mind Lamar. It's not my most excitable pick. Bateman's ADP is flying, baby. Up to the 5-1. 6th round is pretty dang good as well. Juju, Jalen Hurts, Dalton Schultz is a good value. Kyler Murray, Joe Burrow, Elijah Moore. There are some rounds that really get my fantasy juices flowing this season. Rounds 5, 6, 8. Boy, oh boy. Obviously, the first few rounds get everyone's heart pumping, but man, do I love me some fantasy football, baby. If you love fantasy football, drop down, click that like button, subscribe to the channel here. Join SFS Weekly for a free exclusive article once per week. Every once in a while, I'll get crazy with it, hit you guys with the second video. I'm feeling it today, man. I'm having a good time drafting today's episode. So, by the way, if you guys, have been watching the drafts, my account balance was nearly drained down here, and then I played a pick'em game for the NBA Finals. I just put all my chips to the center of the table, bet the max on their promo line for Draymond Green, won myself $75 on Game 5 of the NBA Finals. I believe it was Game 5 a couple weeks ago. Oops, we're out of the draft, and now we're back in. So that was fun. At least gave me, in theory, 20 or so more drafts if we're doing the $3 ones here for this summer. So I'll be playing a heinous amount of Underdog best ball with you guys this summer. So make sure to use promo code SFS and support the channel and the community here when you guys are joining this fantastic format. There is no better ADP in best ball or fantasy football than what Underdog brings to the table with their drafts. And their ADP is constantly being updated. So it is easily the best of the best in the game. Here he is, baby. Gronk is up on the board. It is Rob Gronkowski territory. Who's gonna buy the fish oil? Who's gonna do it? Man, I could get my man Garrett Wilson here. That's an enticing pick for me. 10th week bye. Does not line up with other players. I could double dip, man. Give me 2 rookies. Christian Watson with the next pick. Let's just peek at running back really quick. I'm not a Singletary guy. I don't really feel the need right now I don't want to have 3 week 11 bye week running backs. We're doing it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heart racing. We're going to get auto-picked. We made it. Garrett Wilson. I'm drafting talent. That's what that's about. The upside lays and resides in the talent. Garrett Wilson as a prospect, my number 1 player in the 2022 rookie class. All 60 of my top rookie players for this season are on the draft guide on sizzlefantasy.com. And yes, I am going to do it. Garrett Wilson and Christian Watson, 2 rookie wide receivers picked back to back. And now we've got ourselves some answers here in week 9 when we're without our top 2 wide receivers. Hopefully those freaking rookies are hitting, man, because holy cow, we got 3 of them. Half our receiver room is the wide receiver position of the rookie class of 2022. What I was saying, my top 60 rookies all have in-depth profiles, analysis, situational evaluations, trade stock, trade value, age, draft pick, draft stock, investment by their teams, all that great stuff bundled up into one fat page. It's actually really not that big. It's probably like a phone screen and a half worth of content. But for each player, we've got that for our top 60 rookies, all live right now in our rookie rankings. If you play Dynasty, if you've got a startup this summer, we've got our startup rankings. Again, sizzlefantasy.com, or get it free when you sign up with code SFS on Underdog. It's a great value package. Go check it out. 15 picks away. Again, I'm forgetting. Here's the board, you guys. So we took Garrett Wilson and Christian Watson with our last 2 picks there. Again, a holy moly level of upside with Traylon Burks, Garrett Wilson, and Christian Watson between the 7-11, 9-11, and 10-2 overall picks. and Ken Walker. 4 rookies in a row. Man, hey, another one of my secrets from the top 10 secrets to dominate your leagues. If you want upside, draft rookies. That was one of the tips there. No player has a better shot of being a sleeper than a rookie player does. You know why? Their draft value is low. They haven't played an NFL game yet. Once these guys hit the field and show you how dang good they are at football, think about Jalen Waddle last year. No one thought Jalen Waddle was going to be, 142 targets as a rookie, including myself. And I just, drafted him because he's a good player. I was like, he's explosive, and I don't really think his skill set pairs up very well with Tua, but lo and behold, their coaching staff said, we're just going to throw him the ball 142 times on bubble screens, swing routes, flat routes, slant routes. Well, volume in PPR formats turns into fantasy points. Volume is king. You've heard me say that a lot the last week and a half, or whenever I started saying that, because it is what it is. Every fantasy analyst out there will tell you that. It works like clockwork. Christian Watson, if he gets 25% of the target share in Green Bay, pew, pew, pew. I mean, you're telling me Aaron Rodgers, one of the best needle threaders in the league, is going to give him 25% of the target share? Hell, if he gives him 22% of the target share, he's going to put up massive numbers this season. Now, Garrett Wilson's a bit of a different story. I don't know how they're going to use him. Elijah Moore found ways to have success in this offense last year. The main question is can Zach Wilson take a step forward this year? Can he get better than what he was a season ago? Because there's no question in my mind that Garrett Wilson has the talent to be one of the top 5 best wide receivers. Yes, I said top 5 best wide receivers in the league within the next 2 to 3 years. He is that guy. 4.39 speed, some of the best body control and movement ability. As a pure athlete, he is just a freak. He is unstoppable. He just needs to get the volume. He needs to get, which will come with the talent. If Zach Wilson is smart and figures out that that's my best player, he'll throw him the ball. But if Garrett Wilson gets suppressed by yet another whiff at the quarterback position, which there's plenty of guys that will tell you that's the case. Now, I think I watched the tape. I spent ridiculous amounts of hours watching Zach Wilson rookie tape. His footwork is god-awful. It's terrible in the first half of the season. But as I watched more and more film late in the year, after the injury, after he really had time to hunker down and work on his fundamentals, it seemed like he got a bit better, and it seemed like that stuff helped him and really brought his game to the next level, which, all right, I just made a joke out of that. I mean, by the next level, we're talking about from being like one of the worst starters in the league to being like subpar, but if he takes another baby step to the next level after that, maybe we're getting somewhere there. Maybe we're getting somewhere. Just maybe. All right. Oh, baby, Gronk is still hanging out. Do they know? That is the question. And, mind you, I have no problem dabbling, and they took him. I was going to say, I'll take another rookie. I'll take Jameson Williams. I actually would entertain, oh, baby. I was about to say I wouldn't mind stacking Justin Fields with my man Darnell Mooney, but that's going to have to wait till the 12-2. Not a chance. I'm going to pass on a running back that cuffs Jonathan Taylor, which I am in agreement with the fantasy masses right now saying don't handcuff your running backs. But, I just burped. But there is an exception. When you can find a running back that has standalone value plus the upside of being a handcuff, that's when you find yourself a gold mine. That's what Nyheim Hines is. Had a higher target share percentage than Jonathan Taylor did last season. Phenomenal pass catcher out of the backfield. Frank Reich, the coach, told you he's going to touch the ball a lot this year, so we should probably listen. What's going on here? We're up on the clock. All right. I'll take my chances, I think. I think I'll take my chances at QB. I've got Hurts. I'm so bullish and confident on Hurts. I think I'm just going to, sling one out there into the field again and take another upside shot with Van Jefferson. I can't stop myself from drafting a receiver with that much upside and a quarterback who can just freaking cork the ball downfield. Matt Stafford's got an absolute slingshot of an arm. Now, Deshaun Jackson would tell you otherwise because he did kind of noodle some passes to him last year, and then he ended up like an absolute... trying to think of an alternative cuss word here so I won't get demonetized, but like an absolute knucklehead, let's say that, if you're a Charles Barkley NBA fan, a knucklehead, he demanded his release, and went to play for the Raiders, who, they got a little frisky down the end of the season and, turned up the heat on the Bengals in the wild card round. But after that, they petered out, went home. And obviously, the Bengals went to the Super Bowl, where they then lost to the LA Rams, where I should look into, because he played time for the Rams last season, in theory, Deshaun Jackson should be eligible to get a championship ring, but he's an old guy. He's a vet. I bet he had too much pride to accept that sucker. And I don't really know if I would either, if I was super stubborn and didn't finish the team or the year with the team and get to celebrate that championship in lifetime. So I think he actually, now that I'm like digging away at a past memory where I feel like I remember, I wish there was a chat function on here. That would be funny. I'd be like, hey, anybody going to draft Gronk yet? Let's see. We're in the 12th round. Oh, you guys, I don't think he's going to get drafted. He's fallen too far. He's fallen too far. Darn it. The inner cynic inside of me is deeply disappointed with the outcome of today's video. You guys, if you're enjoying today's video, make sure you go leave a like. Check me out on some other social media platforms. All those links, as literally everything else you could ever need from SFS, the brand here, can be found in the description of today's video. TikTok, we're trying to blow up on there. I would love some followers and just help everyone become a big, happy, healthy community together. So go check me out on TikTok, like some videos, help me go viral. That would be awesome. Obviously, Instagram, it is a turd trying to grow on there. I had a week or so where I was getting 4, 5, 6K video or views on all of my reels, and now we get like 7. So big FU to the Instagram algorithm for whatever happened there. And then also maybe I should be posting them to my feed. I just keep them on the reels because I post 2 Weddle content videos every single day on there, and I don't want to spam people. That's just not what I find interest in doing. I want to get you guys, and especially since we're posting similar content at times, one thing I haven't dipped my toes into that I would like to, and I'm really sorry because I didn't put the big board up for you guys. I'll do that right after these next 2 picks. Is I want to do like podcast style cut ups where we've got these long episodes, and I would like to chop stuff up for you guys and make like, let's say I take a 25-second clip from this video and put it on TikTok, and then that can be the content for that space. But when I'm posting the Weddle on YouTube Shorts and I'm posting the Weddle on Instagram Reels and TikTok, I don't want to put it on people's feeds. Like, if they stumble across it, they can watch it. That's great. But what we're really trying to do is grow and reach new people. Obviously, your guys' support is greatly appreciated, but I don't want you guys to be subject to seeing the same things, 500 times a day. So Gronky's he's gonna stay put there. We're at the 156th overall pick, and Gronky's ADP at 1 to 12.5. Again, didn't draft a single share of him this year, but it looks like he is here. He is here to stay on the draft board. Week 7. It might be nice to just throw another dartboard throw here at Kenneth Gainwell, another pass catching back who has kind of a niche utility for his team. All the other guys at ADP right now are quarterbacks, and I just kind of talked about this a second ago. I'm more interested in the RB and receiver market. Now, we only have to start 2 running backs on a given week, so I'm fine with that group that we've got put together right there. I am just content with walking forward with this group. Now, just for fun, I mean, we've already got at least 2 receivers on week 14 bye, don't we? Nope, yep, we do have 2. We've got 2 on that bye as well in week 9. Yeah, it looks like we're going to bite the bullet with a same week bye week for basically everyone we can draft here. So we'll add Alec Pierce to the list of rookies and the list of people at the receiver position on week 14 bye weeks. Now, again, we still need to address QB2 and tight end 2 just so in the bye weeks we have somebody. And I wouldn't mind, I could have went Tyron Davis-Price there, but just chose to pass for today's video. What bye week does San Fran have? If I type in SF, yes, 9. Okay, so would have, again, created more problems for me. Not at the running back position per se, but you know what I mean. I have enough shares of Davis Price that I feel comfortable if he does hit, that I will see some fantastic rewards in some leagues, but I do really like Alec Pierce as well, especially because Matt Ryan was number 2 in deep ball accuracy last year, and Alec Pierce is someone who I think can be phenomenal over the top and underneath. Back shoulder routes for him are an absolute moneymaker. So I think that could be quite the effective pairing, and they could have some really, really big games there. I love the lower end upside we have with these non-starters, if you will. So we'll see how things play out this season. I can't wait to watch my 100 best ball teams that I enter into this year, just kill it this season. It's gonna be fun stuff. As always, if you guys think I'm a terrible drafter, I'd love to draft with you guys on Underdog. Join leagues with me again. Discord server. Every week I'll post in the description of videos the current draft that we're filling. I would like to fill the drafts a bit faster than we have been here. But of course, as always, if you guys, just join it up, and we'll get those rolling the second those are filled. It's just an automatic thing. And we'll have slow clock on as well, because I don't want to screw a bunch of you guys over. Just by, I know you guys are busy. People got to work. Did not mean to go to the YouTube studio for a second there. I know you guys are busy with your lives, though, so we don't need to. We can do slow drafts, is basically what I'm saying here, unless I were to go live, which is actually something I wanted to talk about. I'm not sure what percentage of the audience is still watching the video at this point, but if you are, I've contemplated the idea of getting a membership for something like Streamlabs or some other service that allows me to do live streaming at a high level. Because, again, one of the most important things to me is creating quality content for you guys, original stuff that you guys can find value in. So I've thought about, I had a Streamlabs membership once before. That was I did a 5-hour live stream during the 2021 NFL draft. Streamlabs was great for that. It was, I would say, besides the fact that we got copyright claimed and all of our YouTube ad revenue was claimed by the National Football League, it was a fun time. We had a lot of fun, interaction, answering questions, breaking down picks all night long. But it does provide a lot of useful things for, again, creating high-level streams and content. Again, I will look into other stuff as well. But basically what it comes down to here is that I was contemplating, instead of posting these to, the feed and whatnot, live streaming these drafts, giving the option for you all to join me in real time and play in leagues with me. The big mover of the needle there obviously would be that we need to have enough people, and I broke my promise again. I'm sorry, you guys. I didn't put the board up. How many picks do we have left? I think we have 3 spots, so I'll get back to that thought in just a second here. I'm just gonna address, oh brother, my man Jared Goff is gone. That's how you know that we're really in trouble. It's looking like I'm gonna have to draft Mac Jones. And then my last pick will probably be a tight end. I might just go tight end here. What the heck? I don't have a single share of Evan Ingram yet this season. I'm going to really hit myself if they have the same bye week. Evan Ingram is our tight end 1 for this draft. I totally forgot about the position today. That's fine. We can double dip here. So we've got a 15th round pick and a 16th round pick. Njoku is really interesting to me because I think he's very talented. However, my issue with Njoku is, will Deshaun Watson play? But I think he has enough talent at the end of the day to be the tight end 1 for this team, just because of how poor that group is for our lineup right now. So I'm going to double dip at tight end there, get that position taken care of, and then we can either go Mac Jones or Kenny Pickett. I would be shocked if by week 7 he wasn't starting. I think Carson Wentz is actually a hell of a value here at this spot anyways, so we'll have an option in the 17th round. Don't worry about that. There's the draft board for you guys. We'll get that up there, and then we'll finish our thoughts. So basically, I've been contemplating, instead of recording these videos offline and posting them to your feed, again, live streaming, and then those videos should upload to YouTube as complete products and videos. They won't be edited or anything. They'll be a bit slower paced, but they will be a live streamed episode in something that I think is interesting. If that's something you guys are looking for or want to see, please let me know. I'm going to put out a poll on YouTube and kind of get your guys' as a community, your thoughts and opinions on that. But I've really considered it. Again, if I'm going to open that up for you guys to join in live time, the draft is going to kick off right away. And that sucker is going to be open instantly the second it fills. 12 teams is what I would want to do, because I just think that's what most people are interested in seeing this year. And obviously, if the day comes where we're talking players are filling up those lobbies very quickly and we can get a group together that fast, I would love to do that and live stream videos playing with you guys as a community. So maybe I do a few of those to start off, where it's just like this. I'm just joining a large, just underdogs available leagues as they fill, but all stuff to consider for the future here. There goes Mac Jones. That's fine. I would, as long as I can get my hands on a Kenny Pickett, who, let's just check for bye. Oh, they have Pittsburgh has week 9 bye. I'm pretty sure I've done enough of these where I can remember. And Wentz has a fine bye as well. It looks like all these quarterbacks, with the exception of Kellen Mond, we're not looking at a conflicting bye week schedule. Gardner Minshew. Wait, is Gardner a free agent? Is that what I just said? No, he's an Eagle still. Just gonna say, he's one of the best backups in the league. Come on. Okay, back to the draft board. I'm sorry, guys. I keep snatching it away from you all. I'll scroll up a little bit here. Pause the video if you want to see this part, but I'm gonna scroll up just so you can see any particular spots that were missed, all the way back up to that Van Jefferson pick, and we should be fine from there. So let's see. Let's try and find some value on the board here. Marlon Mack, I just saw a report. A couple of reports, actually. Really interesting stuff about the Texans' backfield. So Pierce is expected by the season's end to be the lead back, but Mack is expected to start the season as the guy. So if you're looking for, a potential value pick and flip, if you want to, or if you will, Marlon Mack is someone to really look at. I should check out their early season schedule. I don't know if that's something that you can see. It's probably on like a sleeper or more of a dynasty platform, but sorry guys, I just yawned. Basically, Marlon Mack could be a guy to buy low in the draft, sell high on early in the regular season, and then maybe you sell him for Dameon Pierce. I mean, if you have a knowledgeable fantasy owner on the other side of the equation, they probably wouldn't do that deal. But the upside there is very nice. What else do I like on this draft board? Deshaun Watson in the 15th round is going to be one heck of a draft value if he doesn't see significant repercussions, but reports right now indicate that they would like to suspend him maybe for the entire year if they're able to do so. I'm surprised to see Taysom Hill go so early. Interesting. We are 3 picks away. I'm just going to peek at the board here one last time. We've got our final 2 picks of today's video, the 17th and 18th rounds, 17-11 and 18-2 overall. I do need a second quarterback. I also would like one more receiver. We have 5 running backs. That's fine by me. So I think I'm going to go after one of my favorite receiver picks right now. I'm actually convincing myself to get on the Laviska Shenault hype train for this season. And at QB, twist my arm. I'll take Kenny Pickett. Week 9 bye. I would need him week 7. Hopefully he's starting by then. If not, I mean, worst come to worst. Come on, B. Burke, 30. Let's get our picks in here. So they got auto-picked. Logan Thomas. I'm going to go dabble in the Laviska Shenault pool right here. And here we go. Absolutely no reason This could be the dagger, though. If Keon comes out here and gets Kenny Pickett from me, this would just be the dagger and him just obliterating me in today's draft. All right, he goes, who's that, Dearness Johnson there? And we'll take Kenny Pickett and call her a day. So there are 18 rounds of today's best ball draft. Again, one more time, if you enjoyed, drop down, leave a like, and subscribe to the SFS channel. We're trying to grow the community. We're trying to grow all of our social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff. Go check it out. Leave us a like, leave us a follow, and, you know, we support you guys, are thankful and grateful for your support in turn, and, you know, we want to help support, which is where I was really trying to go with that, you guys this season. So any questions you have, comments, concerns, please leave it in the description, in the comment section, rather, geez. I'm falling apart today as we end today's episode. Leave that in the comment section. I'm happy to get back to you guys. The community Discord server, which is in the description of today's video, which is, again, we say comment, description, like, follow, subscribe so many times the words just become jumbled up. But basically, if you check out the comment section, you can leave any questions you have down there for me. I'll get back to you guys. Again, the Discord server is a great spot for that as well, and we can get you guys hooked up with whatever information analysis it is that you need. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. We'll do a quick recap of things here. Jalen Hurts and Kenny Pickett are manning the quarterback spot. So we went in early in the 6th round, and then we waited all the way till the 18th to address it again. Running back is looking okay. Week 11 is going to be a bit rough, but Joe Mixon, Etienne, Ken Walker, I think that if those guys stay healthy, we're looking good long-term for the season. Naheem Hines and Kent Gainwell kind of anchoring that group down as some reserve options. CeeDee Lamb, Jerry Jeudy, Darnell Mooney, really good top 3 receiver core. A lot of volume to be had, a lot of talent had there. I love the rookie upside of Burks, Wilson, Watson, and Pierce. And then Van Jefferson and Laviska Shenault, 2 sleepers. Keep your eye on them. I think they can add some value to this team. And then Evan Ingram and David Njoku. It's a weaker tight end core, but I think that between one of these guys, hopefully, just hopefully, we can get enough production to sleep at night. So a lot of upside in today's video. Not a lot of guaranteed points here, but if we hit our head on the goalpost with that value and that upside, especially with a guy like a Ken Walker who could be a difference maker at RB, you know, I don't want this to happen, but if something were to happen to JT, Naheem Hines would be a heck of an option to have. High volume play here for CeeDee Lamb. Jerry Jeudy could be the next top 12 breakout receiver. Mooney could be so as well. Any of those receivers could do that. I think the Achilles heel of this team might just be the tight end spot, but if we can be good enough everywhere else, we might just have what it takes to get the job done with this team this season. So here we go, wrapping up the board today. I'll let that final pick go through. We'll look at the draft board. I'll let you guys pause this. I'll just slowly scroll through it here. Pick's going to go through, and we're going to get kicked out of this screen anyways. So there you guys have it. If you guys enjoyed today's video, again, like and subscribe. I will see you guys next time. Go check out some playlists or some of the other videos on the channel, and I'll see you there. Peace out.